Joining one at 7 so far has been a blast. Out here at we're at Pro Paintball right now. We just played at Legends Paintball in Houston. Got my first chance to practice with the team. Had some fun against AC Dallas, shooting them Texas boys up, which is always fun. GP's out there screaming at them. So things have been good, right? But it's the first time I've been with them, and we're kind of filling each other out, going over the team's goals and where everyone's at for 2015.
Nobody likes TRUESEMI. I mean, it's just a stark change from how they've changed from like 15 to 13 to 12 to 10, and then this is just a bigger drop off than we've ever had. So it'll definitely, everyone's gonna get used to it. You're playing against other people that have it, so it's the same thing as just playing paintball, but it's just slower, so it's less fun.
TRUESEMI can be a little frustrating when you see a guy trying to move the old gun. Everybody's trained to put a big wall of paint in front of him. He'll run right into it. The ref will see that. He's out. TRUESEMI, you really got to track the guy when he's moving. It's a little harder off the break, and it can be real frustrating.
So, TRUESEMI, it's just so much different, I think, than any of the other changes they've made in the past. It's a much more significant decrease than going from, 12.5 to 10. And I don't know, I don't really get it. To me, it almost seems like they're deliberately breaking the guns. We have guns with all this great technology, and we're essentially choosing not to use it and almost being penalized for using it.
So we do a lot of things like shooting the targets, trying to be more accurate, because with this, pretty much it's not possible to shoot 10.5, right? So it's probably 7, 8, or 9. So you need to be really accurate when you shoot, to do the snap shooting and shoot off the break.
I was kind of skeptical about TRUESEMI at first. I'm still not really sure how I feel about it. It definitely slows the guns down a lot. A lot of the people that haven't shot on TRUESEMI don't really know how hard it is to actually maintain anything above 7, 8 balls a second. I feel like most people during the game, they end up just start, one finger shooting because they end up feeling faster and more consistent.
TJ has been probably our best pickup we've ever had, just because he's been around the team for as long as the team's been around, because he lives in Dallas and he practices with us all the time. Whenever VCK didn't practice or Storm didn't practice, he was around with us. But he's been he's just solid. He comes to everything. He's there to learn. There to learn and get better. And that's what we wanted, and he just wants to compete like the rest of us, and he just comes with a positive attitude, and we all get along with him, so we love him.
We all love TJ. He's got a great attitude. He's a good player. He gets along with everybody on the team. We've known him for years. We've all known him even before the AC thing, and we're real excited to have him.
I played with Houston VCK last year. With a lot of the guys down in Houston here. We're down here practicing 187 this weekend, so back down in Houston. But AC Dallas this year. Had a great time with VCK last year, but just ready to come back and play for a team in my hometown. And Greg was my old coach on Texas Storm, so coming back and playing with him, and then playing with a lot of the guys like Dylan, and then Tyler and Ross, and getting to play with Mayo, who I grew up watching. So it's just a lot of familiar faces, just kind of coming back home and playing in my hometown. It makes practice a lot easier when I can play with everybody every weekend rather than having to travel and go try to meet the guys.
I think no coaching is a great decision for the league, and I think it's something that will benefit our team. Pretty much everyone on our team has played together for a pretty long period of time. I think now with Nick, he's the only one who really has professional experience on another team. So we've all played together forever. We practice a lot. I think communication is one of our strong suits. We're a much slower paced team, and I think a big reason of that is you can attribute it to the communication. We're more slower to kind of jump on the moves, and so I think we do a good job of breaking the game down, and so not having coaching, I don't think it'll really affect us too much on the field.
Honestly, as far as the no coaching, I think we've had good coaching on the sidelines, but we never practice with coaching ever, so I don't think we feel like it's going to be an issue, and I think at that level everyone knows how to play without the need for the coaching.
Me personally, I think it's awesome. I grew up playing 7-man, so that's really, I think, a better way to play it. I don't think that someone should be coached on the side and kind of joysticked. It's cool. It, makes the spectators like it more and stuff like that. But I like, making those sneaky moves and being able to bunker people out and stuff like that and take their spots and, make it more exciting for the spectators to watch.
I think the biggest way that no coaching on the snake side will affect the game is for those games that were either early in the morning or later in the day. Even actually not even really later in the day, early in the morning, because the early in the morning games, no one was really there for. Either teams were playing or they were still in the event, so they were playing, or no one that wasn't playing, they'd rather just watch the webcast in the hotel. So you had coaches that could actually communicate with you, and you would hear them. I mean, you go back and look at the finals between Damage and Archaeos, or the infamous Dynasty game from World Cup. And I mean, if you can listen, do you think can those players pick out certain voices? I'm sure they could, but there was so much chaos and pandemonium going on. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll definitely allow. I mean, at practice we don't coach. AC Dallas didn't coach, so there were some sneaky moves that can be made. But I think one of the things that, and a lot of people have talked about this, what made the PSP stand out was that crowd participation. And I think one of the things that was always nice was, a younger kid playing paintball was like, hey, did you hear that? I told Ryan Greenspan, to go to the snake, and he did it. Well, whether Ryan did or not, no, but that kid felt like he participated and he actively, influenced the game and how it worked out.
Well, for me, I pretty much have played on the Dorito side for the past few years, so sideline coaching isn't like a huge deal for me. But I think it's definitely going to make some changes for a lot of the snake guys that you see like being joysticked around and things like that. So I'm a huge fan of it, because even when they got rid of it on the pit side a few years back, it let the Dorito side kind of play out a little more, where you're able to have some more freedom to make some moves, rather than like, oh, if I take one step, then a coach is going to yell something and then I'm going to get blown to pieces. And now gives you a little bit more freedom to make some moves. So I think it's definitely a positive change. I'm excited for it.
Well, with the layout not coming out until a day before, we've been able to add a few more travel practices without the pressure of having to play certain teams to learn a layout within a large extended period of time. The new rule change that I just mentioned also allowed us to pick up Nick Slowiak, who brings a huge energy to the team, a lot of experience. I mean, he's a solid pickup all around. And it's a lot cheaper for us as a low-budget team to fly him out for 1 or 2 practices before an event, instead of all 3 weeks before the event, like grinding as hard as we can. It gives everybody a nice level playing field.
I'm excited to have Nick on the team. It's nice to have someone who's coming in from the outside who, has a lot of experience winning, experience in different programs, and just a lot of good insight.
Yeah, and And I am. Okay. You want to go down? We're going to go to the corner? Yeah. I'm going to shoot first and then go.
Hey, Max.
On the inside left.
Just so you know,
and
yeah,
then
you guys know
chances are I'll probably be looking. I'll switch inside because. If he's shooting right, then I won't.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye, make sure nobody goes at the net after.
You can already tell with our practice today, just kind of a different approach. We are all used to taking the same approach, right? It's really all we know. So just having someone who can question our decisions and really, propose alternatives, it's already made a big difference.
Well, we retained most of our roster, which is a good thing, and we picked up Nick Slowiak. Personality-wise, I think he fits in with the group as far as game planning and learning. He's very knowledgeable. He has like a pedigree of championships, and I think even from today, we've learned a lot from him, because we've grown and we've only learned from ourselves really throughout all our years of playing paintball, so it's nice to have someone outside and have a different opinion about things.
But I'm excited. I know they're excited. Things have been good. They're making faces at me right now over there, so they can all suck it. But things are great. Yeah. You know what? The strange thing is, right? So get cut from Heat, play for a team out of New England, come back to the exact same field in Houston that I play with on Heat for the last 2.5 years, with them not being here. So it was definitely strange coming into Houston and being in the exact same area where I would be with Heat and not being with them. But the only thing that really stood out to me, the difference-wise, was playing with my team and against another team with the true PSP semi-mode, which is the biggest thing to get used to. Otherwise, the communication and the way guys play together was great. Everyone's professional, right? They know what they're doing. But it was just playing with that. I think I was actually looking at you, and I was like, man, I'm trying to show up and shoot this gun fast, but I just can't do it. And then I got shot. So that was the biggest difference.
Our goal, I think, we want to come out this season. We want to have a strong showing. We want to show people that we are in this division to compete, and we are in this division to one day be the best. So we just want to start out, like, make the top 4 in challengers or whatever it is, and like just show teams that we're here to win and we can beat good teams, and they need to fear us.
I think we're going to have a good year. The team's come a long way. I think last year was the first year where we didn't really go up and down relegations. We held our own. I think we're really coming together as a team. We're getting more used to playing like some of the other teams, just in terms of, the balance between aggression and, you know, kind of more of a strategic defensive play. But I think that we put a lot of, you know, work in the offseason. I think a lot of the changes that the league have made are going to play well into our strengths. So looking for big things this year.